Hello, dosto. I hope you guys are doing well. So, welcome back to another CMA Talk podcast. And we have a special guest today who have secured AIR 41 in CMA Inter and AIR 19 in CMA Final. Yes. So, before starting this video, make sure that you have your notepad ready to make the notes of this session because this session is going to be one of the amazing and useful session for all the uh, professionals who are the aspiring professionals. And this will definitely help you in knowing the tips to excel your career and your professional skills. Also, before you start watching this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. So just you do not miss any valuable content which I'm going to share on this platform that is on my YouTube channel. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. So today the guest is CMA Bhavna. So without wasting much time, let's begin. So hi Bhavna. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm also fine, thanks. So in this CMA Talk podcast, I have conducted few podcasts already with the qualified CMAs where they have shared their experiences with all the aspirants. And let's start this CMA talk with my brief introduction, and then we will proceed with the introduction and the questions later on. Right. So
Sure.
I have qualified CMA intermediate in June 2019, and currently I'm pursuing final level of CMA. After qualifying CMA Inter, I started off my career with Jones Lang LaSalle as a general ledger analyst, where I used to do the bank reconciliations, balance sheet reconciliations, and prepare the journal entries. After a point of time, like after 1.5 years, I quit JLL, and then after 6 months of break, I started working with Keysight Technologies in the same domain, in the GL domain. And currently, I'm associated with Keysight Technologies only, and simultaneously, I'm making videos for the experience on my YouTube channel. So that was my brief introduction so far. So I would like to proceed with your introduction.
Yeah. Hi, Rohan. I'm Bhavna. I'm both like a recently qualified chartered accountant and a cost accountant too. I'm an all India ranker in the CMA final. I have scored Air 19 in the CMA final. It was in June 2022.
Okay.
And I am an all India ranker in CMA intermediate too. Like I am Air 41 in that. But no rank in CA.
Okay.
Yeah, still worked so hard for CA, but couldn't achieve
Mhm.
it. Fine. That came in, that showed its pop
Mhm.
in CMA.
Mhm.
Like presently, I am working as a logistics finance controller in Vedanta Limited. Like it's in aluminium sector. So I'm working in Jharsuguda, Odisha.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my three these articles were basically related to my CA because I have pursued my CA and CMA simultaneously, and that both worked out. Like I had gained the exposure in CA, and that I have utilized in my CMA finals, and I have bit hit it hard, and
Oh,
that's it.
okay. That's great. Congratulations, first of all, for clearing both
Thank
of
you.
the courses and along with the ranks. So heartiest
Yes,
congratulations for that.
thank you so much.
Okay. So, if you were pursuing CA, then why did you choose CMA? What was the motivation behind choosing CMA?
Yes. Basically, CA itself implies a prestige kind of thing. Like adding a prefix of CA before your name adds a lot of prestige to you. But at the initial time, like while I was pursuing my intermediate and so on, I was not even that aware regarding what the CMA course is.
Okay.
But at that point of time, I had my mentors who had suggested me like if you'll be having a dual qualification kind of thing, you will be given more priority and much more weight, and that adds more weight to your resume as well. So I felt studying at a moment or giving a gap and studying makes a difference. And I had chosen my path following my mentor's decision and all, and that motivated me to pursue CA and CMA as well.
Okay. So you started pursuing both of the courses simultaneously, right?
Yes, yes, but had taken no additional coaching for CMA. I had pursued it my
Okay.
on my own, like self, yeah, entirely.
Okay. Okay. So, as you said that you have done your articleship with the CA form. Uh, so, is there any
Yes.
other experience you had for the articleship related to CMA or something like that?
Yeah, for the CMA, like the time of registration, we had to complete a 6 months of at least 6 months of our articles for
Mhm.
CMA. So we had I had an industrial training in uh, what IT company basically. I was looking at the accounts. I mean, looking at the accounts and finance section of that company. Basically, I had my articles for training for around 6 months in that, and that even added weight.
Okay. So, what skills do you think have helped you in landing that articleship?
Hmm. Skills landing in my articles. First is patience.
Okay.
Yeah, patience, and the other thing is like do not ever look as small, even a small work as small, because if whenever we like the things or work which we see, it always depends on the way we perceive.
Right.
So never look at a thing or a work to its small, I mean, in the minute way. Look, think it bigger. Then only you can perceive things better. The other thing is like the first one, the patience is one of the most best thing which everyone, like every CA aspirant or the CMA aspirant should have in them. And then the other thing, the like consistency both in work and in
In
studies
studies. Mhm.
will help. So these two pillars have led me to my success, and I believe these two pillars will even lead the other aspirants watching me.
Great. Great. That's such a nice
Yeah.
answer. Were you working along with studying for your personal examinations?
Yes.
So,
I was
how did you?
parallelly. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I was pursuing my articles parallelly along with my studies, and at that moment, I had felt the consistency should be a part of my life, because I at one point of my life, like previous life, I was lazy enough, very lazy enough, like waking up early in the morning, watching the videos. Like the videos were just hitting my mind and just blowing out. That doesn't make sense. Still you sit, wake up early in the morning, tight mornings, hard mornings, still the videos struck your mind and just blow out. Nothing makes sense. You just have to sit in front of the screen, though the teacher, though the lecturer or the professor start saying blah blah blah, you have to listen it. So this used to be my mornings during my second and third year of my articleship, because I have started my coaching in the second and third year of my articleship basically. So this used to be morning, and like I believed a saying, because I believed a saying which says like a thing doesn't become an habit unless it works on at least 10 days in your life.
Quickly. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, repeatedly. So I have followed this, I have though I was not studying, or though I was not listening to the videos, I used to wake up early in the morning just to make up my mind that I have to study. So I made up this and there were many nights still working hard in the office hours, because articleship or the CMA industry, the training used to be the same. Like we have to stay for long hours in the office, because that's their part of life, and I just don't want to go in that way because I'll again lose up my mind if I go that way.
Okay.
And yeah, waking up in early in the morning, listening to this. So this have I have made, firstly I have made waking up and to make a schedule again, like what I have to read and what I have to complete, what is my milestone for a week at least. So I made up this, and I definitely followed this, like I have to achieve this. So I made this regularly and repeatedly, and that I have achieved it. It made it like a habit, and then made it consistency. made it consistently, and then read achieved it finally.
Specifically, you have started taking small steps for a better progress.
Yes, correct, correct.
Okay, great. So, how was your parents' reaction when you came to know that you have secured AIR and that twice also? So,
So even like I have not studied in that manner to achieve a rank, because even I was clueless that I would be securing a rank. But same the funda has applied the same way. Like I have studied hard for the CA inter, and I have utilized those and have scored a rank, or bagged a rank in my CMA. That happened the same in the final as well, but still there were many parts which CMA differentiates itself from CA, because nothing is comparable in this world. So
Mhm.
CA in itself is a different, and CMA in itself is a different part. So yes, the moment I have disclosed or said that I have again bagged the rank in a CMA. Yes, they were actually the moment at that was actually priceless, because even that was the moment, the proudest moment of my parents. Like, wow, still this is here is my girl. She has achieved it again. Yes, that was actually priceless. But it was very unfortunate that I was not with them at that point of time, because I was at my article buzzing. I mean, I was at the other part of my city, so I couldn't be. I have not seen them live, but I could still sense it with in their words. Yeah,
Still
I
felt
could
the emotion.
still imagine. Yeah, I could still imagine that day, that moment when I have said that I have bagged AR 19 in my CMA final. I could hear those words what they have said even. Yes.
Cool. Uh, so, what motivated you to like go for both the groups simultaneously for the CMA?
Yeah. I always wanted things to run faster.
Okay.
Always wanted things to run faster. So this one statement made me to appear both a groups at a one. Though I didn't prepare well, but I wanted it to appear both at a time, because I didn't wanted things to go late. I wanted to see the world faster, and that motivated me to appear both the groups at a time.
Okay. But as we have discussed earlier about the patience, so this
Yes,
this is something like contradicting to that.
patient. Yeah, because I generally have very less patience in all.
Mhm.
But if I make up my mind in whatsoever the thing, like whatsoever the difficult thing it might be, but I'll definitely make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you have any specific study strategy which helped you to score an AIR?
Study strategy is like, yeah, but definitely everyone will have their own strategies. But
Mhm.
I don't think like uh, what I say will be utilized by all, but it will definitely add
Some value.
some value to the others. I definitely didn't believe that 50%, 50-50 strategy or 80-20 strategy will help people. What I did was like I should have at least a minute of knowledge in each and every topic which I undergo. I believed in that.
Okay.
Say a topic named A, say a
Hmm.
topic named A, then I felt if I see the topic like A, I have to at least 2 to 3 lines should strike up in my mind. Like what is that? I believed in that way. Though I couldn't cover my entire 100% before the exam, like no one could do that. At least I have done my 80% in that. Still 20% would be left in my choices. So yes, this one, even the same thing was. The same thing was applied in my CA as well. CA and both CA and CMA, because I have followed the same strategy.
Mhm.
I didn't ever look back at the CMA previous question papers of how was the trend going on and everything. I was just going on through. Just turning on, flipping on the pages like what is what. I was just understanding what the concept is. because at least I'll be knowing what is the concept. So I could apply that in the question which arises. Though I don't know the entire question to its 100%, I could at least attempt my 20% in that. So I didn't ever leave a question in my exam. Always I tried to attempt it to the 100%. I always tried it. Maximum I used to attempt it to my 100%. So I'd be knowing at least 20% in a question. Everyone will be knowing
Right.
20 because you have studied so hard, and there will be not even a chance like you might leave leave a 20% because though you will not read it, even your mentors would have said it, definitely said it. This is this. So when I see a word, I could recollect what he or she has said, and this worked out basically.
Okay. So I got two learnings from here that never leave any question which we have been told since childhood. Just attempt the
Yes,
question in your examination.
yes,
And second of all, if you are studying for 80 marks, then make sure that you secure at least 60 or 70 out of that 80 marks.
definitely, definitely, yes.
So how much your life has been changed after clearing these two professional courses?
Yeah, definitely, because the articles or the training was that point of time where your earnings was the minus thing. But now entire thing has changed. Like you have revolved around the clock basically. This is one of the different thing, and also the kind of crisp which you had in your articles will not be the same when you shift to a job, because you will be having your level of employees or colleagues with you, or the managers with you. I mean, the managers which with whom you work with, they'll be having that kind of experience and all, which is not the same which I felt was in the articleship. Yeah, the articleship at that point, the articleship or the training which I had at that point of time was entirely a different part of my life, and this is a different part of my life. Yes, both itself makes their own sense.
So it has
Yeah,
like completely changed after clearing those
yeah,
examinations.
yes. The kind of respect which you get,
Mm-hmm.
that motivates you to even go much farther.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you don't have any concerns, then would you like to share the interview which you have given in the Vedanta? Like, what are the questions they put up generally?
Oh, yeah, sure, definitely. Like Vedanta uh, always tries to, I mean, pull only the freshers, basically.
Okay.
It always focuses on the campus trainings, campus placements, basically. So uh, it focuses on those who have qualified in the first attempts or have been consistent in their career and all.
Okay.
And then, yeah, coming to the interview part, like basically I Vedanta like concept like CA or the CMA, basically it
Mhm.
concentrates on the background resume. Each and every word which we put in a resume should have its own meaning, because they focus at that level in the resume. They can even twist the words which we put in the resume so that we had to think
Right.
the same words. Still, we had to think.
Right.
So it will be at that level. Yeah, and then they had basically not even touched our basics, uh, but have even like checked the way whether are we confident on the work which we had done in the past. So the one best thing which I would like to say to crack the Vedanta interview is like be strong with your resume.
Okay.
Yes, and then basics, definitely people will be strong with the basics to crack an interview, because we can't
Mhm.
say that without a proper foundation, people will be well paid.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And just to add on, I also gave an interview
Hmm.
recently with BCG. So the same goes with
Okay.
the BCG as well. I would like to mention.
Yeah, because people are nowadays like how the resume and even everything works out. Like they'll be thinking, no resume, no, it should be like wow. They concentrate on that. even though they don't know anything.
Right.
Because this is what I would like to mention to the freshers, because even me, I could say even me, I felt the same when I was jotting down my resume, like the pieces, the raw form of my resume. I felt, no, I'll be adding up this, I'll be adding up that. But I felt, what if in the resume, if the interviewer asks me some crisscross questions with regarding this topic, would I will be answered or not? So I felt, and then I felt it's okay. Whatsoever you mention, you should be well known regarding that facts and
Mhm.
topic. You shouldn't be dumb enough when you face the interview. This is what I felt. I didn't want any interview to fail, and that even that worked out in me as well, because I had given around 4 to 5 interviews, and I have cracked them all.
Oh, great.
Cracked them all. So yes,
So basically, that was a summary of all the interview. Summary of all the interview.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Uh, what additional skills would you advise the aspirants to have in their in their life, so to excel in the
Hmm.
professional career specifically, which will help them in landing the job and even help them in working in the organization?
Yeah. First thing, like as I mentioned earlier, patience, consistency, hard working, and even the same thing which might be said to many aspirants by the seniors, like try to say no. Though you can't, try to say no. Like what people generally feel is like they need to be identified at their initial stages in their work, whatever the work or the job which they do. But what I say is, do not run behind that. You will be definitely identified with the work you do. Please don't. If we run behind that, we will be definitely working. Definitely forget what we are doing.
Right.
If you run behind, yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Hmm.
Everyone will be identified. Everyone will be identified. Maybe it might go late, but you will be. Yes, try to say no.
Mhm.
That should be done, because when you come to the corporate world from the actual professional life which you had so far, you had to try to do that,
Yeah.
and try to utilize the power you have. Do not ever make yourself feel low in the work you do. Yes,
Okay.
these
And
I think these all will work. Yeah.
do not have a fear to like ask questions whenever you are stuck somewhere, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Always ask questions.
Yes. Yeah. Annoy the people, annoy your seniors to the par level at whatsoever the condition you do, because they are the ones, because they might leave they might leave the next day with you join. You don't know what how things go. You have
Right.
to know each and everything. So the
Right.
only one thing left with you is to annoy them. Do that. Yeah.
Exactly. So my last question would be like three things that kept you going in your entire professional journey.
Three things.
I think this is again
uh
patience or something like that.
yeah. uh, pro- that run to throughout my entire professional life is like my enough sleep. First thing, enough sleep. I had started my day. I used to generally start my day like around 5:30 in the morning, had a nap for an half an hour in the noon after my food, and would go to bed at 10:30 sharp. This used to my daily routine while I was studying, because if you won't have your enough sleep, you cannot just concentrate on the next day.
Right.
People will be thinking, no, if I won't sleep, if I would cover this, but they'll not think what is going to happen the next day.
Right.
If you study hard in the night till you wake up till 12, people will say, no, I have studied so much, that's why but the next day they'll fall asleep in the class, because it is the same that the 3 hours which you study in the night, is getting compensated again in the next morning, the 3 hours which you sleep in the class. So what does it make? How does it make sense when you study late and fall asleep in the morning?
Right.
So have enough sleep, eat good food, not the junk or the oily. Eat the highly rich proteinous food. I used to do this because I'm a foodie and I used to do this.
Okay.
And then again, the third one is make your summary notes, own summary
Mm.
notes.
Mhm.
Yeah, own summary notes like which you could refer a day before your exam. Summary notes doesn't mean jotting down everything which you do. You can even highlight in your own books which you study.
Mm. Right.
You could attach a sticky notes in that, which like if you tilt a paper and you find that, and then you will recall it to its entirety. You need not go deep into the lines like what is what again. Rehearse everything. Like what I used to do is like because these tax has a basically lot of provisions to be remembered.
Right.
So what I used to generally do is like while I used to go to my bed, close my eyes, some of the tax provisions usually overlap to my mind. So I used to revise them all. Like basically the people believe like when you go like the moment when you go to sleep, just before half an hour you read anything, you will be remembering it to a much longer time.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So these tax provisions and like the provisional kind of things the tax will be having, and law, many number of sections, because we when we reach at the final stage we have to quote number of sections to its
Mhm.
reference and all. So these kind of provision kind of things which have to be rehearsed lot of times have to be done uh, every day just before half an hour or 1 hour before you sleep. So this adds.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a great suggestion, and that was overall a nice session with you. So thank you once again, Bhavna, for connecting. And it was nice
Thank you so
talking
much.
to